We all want to keep our children in school, and especially out of prison. But what if there are flaws in our public school system that influence the potential criminality of our youth? There are many claims as to why the connection between school and prison is substantial, but the research does show that regardless of the cause, there is definitely a correlation between improper schooling and criminality. Nearly 60% of school dropouts will go to prison at some point. 68% of all men in federal prison never earned a high school diploma. Two of the most suspected aspects of public schooling that connect it to prison are excessive use of suspensions and improperly trained school resource officers.
Hands behind your back. Keep your hands.
Dr. Blair Holeva of the University of Virginia has done research on the problems associated with school suspensions.
So I think there's a lot of things that are problematic with out of school suspension. And I think I'll first speak about some of the outcomes associated with it, because then it makes more sense why the second. So I kind of think of it as two reasons it's problematic. And the first is that it's associated with a lot of negative outcomes. And it's unclear whether it actually decreases future incidents. There's a lot of debate about that. And so is it actually doing what it's supposed to be doing? And if not, that's problematic. As you can imagine, if you are not in school, there's more opportunities for you to be exposed and interact with individuals that, are opportunities to get in trouble. I think it's true for teenagers of all ages, of all backgrounds, right? Parents can't be there when the student's expelled. We can't expect parents to leave their jobs when their students are expelled. And so there's just more opportunity to make decisions that might not be as leaning towards the criminal justice system.
Lieutenant Carlos Camacho of the Nashua Police Department shared his opinions and experiences of SROs, or Student Resource Officers.
As police officers, we are the first point of contact in the justice system. So if somebody gets into trouble and that's going to bring them into the justice system, who are you going to call, right? The police. And we're the first point of contact. So I think a lot of education, and this is what I kind of concentrate my work in, and is educating our police officers to kind of how to handle with adolescent kids and how to handle young people. And if we can give them a break, let's give them a break. I mean, as a police officer, you have a lot of discretion. And getting the right officers or educating the officers to kind of help these kids out, more as a mentor, and have more mentors out there.
Lieutenant Camacho is also the Northeastern Region Chair of the Coalition for Juvenile Justice, an organization that is helping to prevent the school-to-prison pipeline. The Coalition for Juvenile Justice is a nationwide coalition of state advisory groups that holds conferences to share information and practices to implement in order to improve juvenile justice across the United States. Kristen Powell is a board member of the coalition's Emerging Leaders Committee, a subdivision of the group led by American Youth.
When I was a youth, I was in the foster care system and the juvenile offender system from the ages 12 to basically 18. So a lot of times, like when I was in foster care, I would run away and the judge had placed what they call a no run order on me. So if you violate that order, then you're then able to be incarcerated in the juvenile detention facility, whether or not you have any criminal charges. So because of that no run order, I spent a lot of time in the detention facility before I was even a juvenile offender.
Kristen is able to help other juveniles get out of the system like she did through her work at CJJ.
That would just automatically make me feel like it was worth it, and that would make me want to keep going the next day, because I know that I motivated other people and that they're going to get out of the situation that I was in, and they're going to be in my place hopefully one day.